Well, Rafa Benitez never says you've played brilliantly. It's always not
no.
bad. But the fans, they're quite a different case, aren't they? Fans are absolutely delighted with you. The relationship with the fans seems to be brilliant already. How much pressure do you feel now that you are the big idol of the fans alongside maybe Jamie Carragher and Steven Gerrard? How much do you feel the pressure on your shoulders to be an idol and a superstar at Anfield?
I don't feel pressure at all. I feel quite happy playing at Anfield. I told before in some interviews, for me, playing in front of the cup and in front of the cup and scoring goals there is like the best feeling I can get. Close to score a goal in a final. It's unbelievable to see the crowd every weekend. Doesn't matter. Yesterday we played in Fiorentina. We were out of the Champions League. The crowd, the stadium was full, supporting the team. So it's a different supporter. It's you cannot find the same in anywhere. It's unbelievable. It's a good experience, and we have to be really pleased to come play every 15 days at Anfield.
That support from the fans, that love that the fans have shown you seems to be really rubbing off on you, and that you seem to have really embraced Liverpool as a club. It's very interesting you talked about Liverpool as a Spanish start, you know, lots of Spanish players, Rafa Benitez. Will it be a Scouse ending? Are you going to be at Liverpool for the rest of your career? Is this somewhere that you're really at home?
You never know what can happen in football, but it's my idea. I have 5 more years and hopefully more when that day arrives. But from the first day, I feel like at home. You normally need months or maybe years to stay in the hearts of the people. But for me, it was from the first day. I could feel that they liked my play, they were enjoying with myself, and I can feel not just in the pitch, in the street as well, and everywhere I go. I feel the supporting of the people, so I'm really, really happy here.
Of course, you've got the support as well of the Spanish fans, particularly after Euro 2008. We've got a couple more questions from the Nike Facebook page. There's a question from Tan Torres, and actually there's a question from me first. Is he your brother? I don't know who Tan Torres is, but he's emailed in, and he wants to know the boots that you wore in the final of Euro 2008, with which, of course, you scored the winning goal against Germany. Have you kept them somewhere special? Are they in a trophy cabinet somewhere?
Yeah, I have the boots at home in Madrid, in my parents' house. They have a lot of trophies and things about me, and I have the boot also there. It's not a normal boot. I have to keep, and in the future to, I don't know, show or maybe send to a charity, I don't know, are different, and with the time will be more important.
As you say, the time will be important, and there's still time for this Spanish national team to do an awful lot. You've won the European Championships. Next up, the World Cup. How do you see Spain's chances at World Cup? And in particular, were you happy with the draw? Were you happy with the way that the groups came out for Spain?
Oh, not really. It's not a bad group. We need, or we must stay in the next round, because we have now pressure because we are the Euro champion, and it's not a difficult group. You never know. You have to show respect for the other teams. But I think the next round will be really, really difficult. Portugal, Brazil, Korea, or Ivory Coast. But if you want to win the World Cup, you have to beat any team. So we have to be ready, and we'll see. It's difficult, I think. We felt that in the Confederations Cup, we lose against USA, and we were out of the competition. So if you have one bad day in the World Cup, you are out. And we want to approach that chance. We have a fantastic squad, fantastic player. Maybe it's our chance in the next 20 years. We have to be ready for that World Cup. Maybe the next one. A lot of players who are playing now, they are not playing in the future. So it's our chance. We have to try to get the trophy back.
As you say, it's a fantastic squad that Spain have got, and you look at the wealth of talent. One of the players who particularly stands out, certainly to an English audience, is Cesc Fabregas. Of course, plays in the middle of that midfield for Spain, and also plays in the middle of midfield for Arsenal. This weekend, you're going to be going up against Cesc Fabregas. What kind of a player is him? What's your relationship like with him? Is it strange to come up against him in a match?
Yeah, it's strange because you know, in the Spanish squad, the atmosphere is brilliant. We are like a friends. No, we were playing between us a long time ago, because with Iniesta or Cesc, I have played in the under 21, under 19 and 18. I meet them a long time ago, and they are friends. So it's difficult to play against, because especially if you have a challenge or something on the pitch, it's your friend, but you have to think in your team, It's strange, but during the 90 minutes in the game, we are not friends anymore. We have to think in ourselves, and for him will be the same. He's brilliant player. I think here in England the people think he's one of the best players in the world, but not in Spain because he has not played in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can see him play in the national team, you can see the potential that he has. He's one of the top players.
From your own point of view, in terms of preparing for the World Cup, and this is a question that we've had in on the Nike Football Facebook page from Chris Caesar Williams, and he wants to know, and it's an interesting question: are there specific skills that you prepare ahead of the World Cup? So, for example, you may well play in a certain way for Liverpool, but thinking about the World Cup, prepare different skills. Do you have a particular way of approaching this?
Well, not really. I prefer to have, if I learn one skill, I want to do it now. To help my team, but the main thing is to be ready for the World Cup this season. If you can get a fantastic skill, or you can get a fantastic stamina, or if you can finish the season in 100% and in your best moment, you can help your team because you are playing all the season in your best and arrive in the World Cup really good. So it's difficult because we have a lot of games, and normally we arrive tired in the World Cups, in the Euro. You always are tired, a long season, a lot of games. But I think for the World Cup, doesn't matter the pain, doesn't matter if you are tired or not. It's just hopefully 8 games to get to touch that trophy is the more important trophy for a footballer.
And to get it right, to go into that tournament, as you said earlier, you don't get many opportunities, so it's about taking those opportunities, which brings us back a little bit to your training schedule, to making sure you demonstrate that accuracy that we've been talking about in front of goal and scoring goals, and taking as an example Euro 2008, that goal in the final.
Sometimes it's about confidence. If you have confidence, maybe you are not playing your best, but if you have confidence, it's like that. It's like in the Euro, in the final. We were playing a fantastic football, but it doesn't matter. If you lose the final, no one remembers you. So it's, you have to stay in the right place in the right moment, and that happens for me in the final. Maybe one chance on the game, one goal, 1-0, work done.
Fantastic, absolutely. The job is done if you score that goal in the final. Spain obviously are trying now to emulate the feat of France, who were the last side to win the European Championships, and then immediately after the World Cup. In this case, it would be the European Championships immediately before. Are Spain good enough to win the World Cup? Are you amongst the favourites?
I don't know. To be honest, I think Brazil is the favourite because they have won more World Cups than no one. They come in from win the Confederations Cup as well, so maybe they are the main team. They are the team to everyone wants to beat. Spain maybe is in the group of the favorite, but we don't like this sign. We want to go with our chances, but respecting everyone, and we know playing in our best we can win the World Cup, but we cannot win just with the name. We need to play every 90 minutes and we'll see what happens.
As you said there, Spain are the team to beat. So I find it quite interesting that you say that you can't win just by the name. Does the name of Spain actually make it harder? Do teams come and play very defensive against Spain now because they know what you're like, and they're almost scared of you and therefore defend deep? Does that make it harder for a striker like you?
It's harder, but it's really nice to be in that situation because I remember 3-4 years ago when I played with the national team, it never happens. All the teams go trying to attack us because we were not good enough. But it's different now. Everyone has a lot of respect for Spain, and they are defending, try to be close and play counter-attack because they know maybe we have the ball 90% of the game. But that, I think, doesn't happen against Brazil, for example. They like to get the ball, so it will be a nice game. Hopefully, we'll be in the final.
Yeah, would you rather play Brazil in the final than in the first knockout game?
Well, really, I would like to play against England because I have friends, and especially Stevie will be playing in the World Cup final, and it will be nice to play against them in the final. I think they are one of the teams in the favorite group as well.
One last question, which is a really difficult question and a terrible question to ask you, but if you had the choice between winning the Premier League with Liverpool and winning the World Cup with Spain, which one would you go for?
Both.
No, there's no choice, both.
Easy.
Well, we've run out of time for the questions. I'm really sorry for those of you who had questions couldn't be answered because we really haven't got time to go through them. Not least because we've got to look at one more factor, which is the Fernando Torres challenge. We'll talk about that in a second, but first of all, let's see what it's all about.
Hi, it's Fernando Torres, and this is the accuracy challenge.
Well, we've seen Fernando do it. The great thing is everybody else can do it. This is a Fernando Torres challenge. The point is that with the new Total 90 boots, you can go online, you can sign up to this challenge and pit yourself against the best. In other words, Fernando, what you've just done there, your score will be up there, your time will be up there. All of the fans out there who try out this new boot can go and try this skill and see how good they are compared to you.
Yeah, of course, they can try and we'll see who is the best. So it's easy to try.
It's easy enough to try. It's quite difficult to do it. I wonder if maybe I could have a go with these boots and see if I could maybe take you on.
Yeah, the boot's gonna help you, but that depends on the player. The boots is an important part, but I think the football is in the head of the people. So if they want to try, and they can try, they have to do it.
We've certainly got the tools for it. Very quickly, we've got time for a couple more questions from the Nike Football Facebook site. We've got one from Alexander Duval, who wants to know, apart from your family and friends, what's the thing you most miss about Spain now that you're living in England?
Well, especially, he said, the family, the friends, but after that, not that as much thing that the people think. You know, I'm really happy here. The people is more respectful with the privacy of myself, but maybe the weather. Not for play football, because I love that weather to play football, but maybe when you finish the training, it's difficult to see this. It's a dark night, so in Spain you can enjoy the sun a little bit after the training, but nothing special. I prefer the football here than there.
And one more from Syed Hassan, also on the Nike Football Facebook site. He wants to know what you think the most important basic attribute is for a footballer. We've talked, of course, about the accuracy that in particular comes with this boot. We've talked about the speed and the strength. For you, what are the key factors of being a successful striker, a successful footballer?
Well, it depends on the position. I think for the striker, the main thing is score goals, so the accuracy maybe is the more important thing. For a midfielder, maybe the control. If he can keep the ball all the time and he has a long switch and good shoot, you can be one of the best midfielders in the world. Depends on the position. For the striker, in my case, I think the accuracy is the main thing.
Just one more thing before we go. I know lots of people out there are watching us all over the world, and lots of Spanish fans in particular are watching us, and maybe they're a little disappointed that we've sat here and talked away in English for half an hour. So perhaps if you could just send a message out to your Spanish fans in castellano.
Bueno, pues animar a todos toda la gente en España, todos los españoles que prueben la bota, que hagan el test, que intenten mejorar sus condiciones y que aquí les esperamos a ver quién es el mejor.
That really is all we've got time for, Fernando. Thank you very, very much indeed. The new boot, the Master Accuracy, the Nike Total 90 Laser 3 is out on December the 12th.